Hello everyone, I'm back with another reading on the question regarding what is blocking you from receiving love. So today each pile will have different tarot cards I mean. So go ahead and choose whichever pile that resonates with you. And I'll also be taking out the Whispering Woods cards and Romance Angel cards for more clarification. So go ahead and pick a pile and enjoy. This is pile 1 reading if you chose this pile. So what is blocking you from receiving love? So there are 3 cards. The first card that came out was the 5 of Cups. Second card is the 3 of Cups. And last card is the Hangman. And the bottom of the deck is the Lover's card. So when the first card that came out, and since the question is about what is blocking you from receiving love, I see that the first thing is sadness because of the 5 of Cups. Like you lost something here because it is 3 cups. In most decks, like example the 3 of Swords, is about heartbreak. So you probably either a relationship just ended, or maybe you probably lost a friend, someone very close to you, and it is something that you are pining for because it's like this character is just looking down on the 3 cups that are just flow out in the river. And this is like, the cry me a river kind of feel, like where you want the person to come back to you and that kind of like go ahead and cry me a river kind of vibe. So it's like the kind of, what I'm trying to say is that it is something like I see that you're hoping for that person to be crying over you, so it makes you feel good. And because of that, it's like you're holding back from being open-minded to maybe new friends or new love coming in, because in this case there is going to be something great here, the 3 of Cups. And since here 2 cups are standing, right, so 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So there is still people who are supporting you throughout the journey, even though you are feeling downcasted and hoping that the person will come back to you, like you want them to miss you, you want them to just come back to you, like, and everything is normal. But that is not going to happen anytime, because I don't see here it's not going to happen anytime because of the Hangman here. So definitely there's no reconciliation coming forth in the relationship or whatever that you're hoping to reconnect with. But in return, you do get some good friends who are gonna support you all the way and help you get out of the kind of vibe where it's from a sad place to a happy place. The Hangman here, you see the person is just hanging herself, like, waiting for time. So once you get out of the cycle of this whole mess that you went through, the kind of gloomy dark sky that you are feeling, I think that eventually you will have something good coming your way because of the Lover's card. The Lover's card is a definition, is a kind of a positive affirmation, a definition that is saying that someone better is going to come your way once you let go of your sadness. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a bad thing. It's just that your sadness is just putting all the cast and everything around this whole blockage, and this is why you felt like you're not receiving a love. But there are people out there who are supporting you. It's just that you're not really seeing it, because you see, you do have friends here and they all are happy, like, celebrating, like drink to, like, cheers to a new beginning, cheers to that kind of whatever that is, so there's a celebration here. Three of Cups is about celebration, so it's a kind of celebration for you to be like, you know, like a new beginning. And but I don't think you're seeing it because of the Five of Cups here. So even all things are lost, but there's always the kind of people you can count on, and that is what I see for this pile. And or you can take this in another way, is that you may lost 3 friends because of the 3 cups that are dropped, you know, the water flow out to the river, but you have 2 friends who are still there. You probably may not notice them because maybe they might not be someone that you probably want to make friends with, or maybe you judge them and then you thought, oh, you know, basically it's like you just don't notice them. And but after this whole situation that you went through, you realize that the 2 friends are always so supportive of you, and they are celebrating for you, they are happy for you. I don't know what kind of circumstances it is that your friends are celebrating, but it's a kind of liberation feel. It's kind of something to liberate and be joyful about. And because the Hangman is here, so that means something good is coming your way. You just need to be patient in order to receive the love that you are desiring for. And if you are patient, and if you are, you know, kind to yourself, because the hangman here is also, the person seems to be enjoying herself, you know, being upside down on the tree. She's like doing her own thing. So if you love yourself, care for yourself, there's a chances that love will come to you when you deserve it. So this is really, again, a time for you to also take care of yourself, surround yourself with good support system, and try to get out of the kind of dark, gloomy vibe that you're putting yourself into. Yeah, I mean, okay. So now let's look at the Whispering Woods card. Oops. Wow, that was fast. Yeah, like there's friends. The most unlikely friendships can form like a variegated lichens on hard rock. They create a tight bond. Like what I said, there are friends who are going to support you and how you feel. They are going to be there when you're upset, they are going to be there when you're angry, and they are going to be there for you when you are happy. And these are the kind of true bonds that will never die, because, you know, friends ma, if they are your friends, your true friends, they will never leave you. So yeah, it supports the point of the Three of Cups here. And origins, remember your roots, remember what makes you stronger, remember why a relationship, why some friendships have to end in order to pave way to a new beginning, which is also the Hangman here, as well as the Lovers. All these cards indicate there's going to be a very promising new beginning for you in terms of love. All you need to do is to just be patient with yourself and remember why things don't work out. Remember where you came from. Remember why things became like that. Remember why such lessons have to occur. Okay, then we try the Romance Angels card as well. Okay. I don't really shuffle stuff on camera because I'm not that confident, but in this case here, we have 2 cards that came out. The first card was the Romantic Feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. In this case, what it says here, that whatever that your feelings, they are real. Regardless whether you're happy, sad, angry, disappointed, embarrassed, all these are real and they are valid, worth exploring. So if you're feeling all these emotions, please know that you are not weird, and it is okay to feel what you're feeling, because you are human, no? Whatever you're feeling right now, it's valid, no? There's no right or wrong when to cry, when to do this. All these things, you really need to really be patient with yourself. Like, you can anytime, if you feel like you want to stay in that kind of gloomy state, just do it, as long it's up to your own timing to whether you want to open yourself up to new possibility, new romance coming your way. And while in doing so, you also need to have fun as well, because of the playfulness card here. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So because I know that COVID-19 quarantine period is really not a good time to go out, but what you can do is maybe you can have a Skype conference with people, have fun, maybe play those games where the kind of multiplayer sharing kind, anything to make you feel happy. And remember that kind of happiness that you didn't get to have when you were in this 5 of Cups energy. And these are what the Romance Angel Oracle cards have to say. So yeah, and that is all about for you, Pile 1. What is blocking you from receiving the love is that you're not happy with what you have, and also you're not really patient with yourself. You're pining over the old stuff when new good stuff are coming your way, especially in terms of romance. And all these are possible if you start to see things from new perspective and surround yourself with good support system. Yeah, that's it for Pile 1. I hope you enjoy this reading, and I wish you all the best in being happy. This is for Pile 2, if you choose Pile 2. So what is blocking you from receiving love? We have the King of Pentacles, the Death card, and the last card is the Tower card. And the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortunes. Because of the Death card, the Tower card, and the Wheel of Fortunes, so there are major changes that are happening in your life right now that is giving you the obstacles to make you unable to receive the love fully. Now, when I look at the Death card and the Tower card, I see loneliness. When I look at the Death card as well, Death card indicates like it's really like you just died, They kind of like there's lack of motivation, you just like fall flat on the ground. And then there's hopes as well because of the roses here, the rose here. And because of that, I felt that the lack of motivation and the kind of the part of your life had died that is causing you to not be able to get the love that you hope for and receive. And with the Tower card here, there's really this dramatic change happen. And in this case here, there's a helicopter that's on fire. So whatever that you have built last time, let's say, I'm thinking of an imagery of a house. You build a house, it's a kind of stable foundation, a kind of security, a home for you to feel saved. But now, because that house is on fire, it's burned, you have nothing left. And adding on with the fact that you have the King of Pentacles again, it's about living in comfort where you have the castle standing and you have the tree growing with flowers, and then you're sitting on the throne. It's like you go from one place to another place that you just don't like it. Like, it's a kind of dramatic story where you used to have everything and then something changed. Maybe let's say you're feeling ugly about yourself, or maybe someone stole your love and then you were kicked out. No, that kind of feeling where you just no longer have that stability that you have, and because of that you are trying your best to find ways to comfort yourself through this tough period of time. And this is what is blocking you from receiving the love, the fact that you are going from one place to another place without ever thinking about love. I don't there's the because here is the King of Pentacles. I don't see a Queen of Pentacles. So a counterpart has part of you, a counterpart, a partner probably left you, and it sort of block you from receiving the love, probably because you want to go back to the person. And it seems here that based on the card as well, and based on this Wheel of Fortune here, things are changing, and then there's the direction is still turning. So whether will you go back to the love that you are with or whatever, is still being undecided. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to put this into words. It's like it's from that comfort zone that, and then there's a dramatic change here. There's a transition between both comfort zone and vulnerable zone because of the Death card here. Yeah, it's like you feel contented in some ways, and then things change, and now you're just like that, you don't know what to do. Everything is falling apart. And why I suggested it's a dramatic story is because it feels like somebody kick you out of a house, and then you have no place to go, and then now you're trying to fight back to find ways to get back into the King of Pentacles mode where you had everything in your life. Yeah, kind of kicked out feeling though, because of the Death card here. Like, it's the end of you, it's the death of you, everything is gone, like your comfort zone from one place to another is just no longer there. Yeah. And whether you get that comfort zone or not back to normal, will your life get back to normal, is still being undecided at this point of time. Yeah, and then at the bottom of the Wheel of Fortunes, you have the Page of Swords as well, which shows a guy being undecided of a direction to take. See? The man here, he's holding a sword, and he's trying to find a way to go about the direction, how to get back the life that he needs to have. And from here you can see the transition as well, from the king to just be a Page of Swords. It's like a downgrade. It's a downgrade from being high up in the clouds, and then now come back to the ground, that kind of feeling. And at the bottom of the Page of Swords, you have the Six of Cups as well. It's like you're trying to go back to the person with the achievement that you made, So yeah, and this is why I said that it's a kind of like dramatic story, because there is a lot of like trying to go back to the beginning, go back to the past that you used to have. It's like the Great Gatsby story as well, where Jay Gatsby, he used to have everything. He used to have Daisy, and then because he go to the army, and Daisy went to marry a rich man, Buchanan. So it's like he's trying his best to get back the life he used to have by investing in bootlegging business, creating parties, and then buying a house right at the opposite end of like far from Daisy's house, that kind of feel like you're trying to get the person back. But all this process takes a while because of the wheel of fortunes, where things are still changing. You don't know whether will it be going back up again or will you spiral down. Yeah. Now let's look at the Whispering Woods as well. Change. Falling leaves do not signify the end but the beginning of a fruitful season. So yeah, I mean, change. I see here from one place to another place, there is change because of the death card and the Tower card. And this change, what is trying to tell you that all these things, it's not the end of your life, you know. If you lost everything, doesn't mean that it's the end of the story, you know. A story can still be rewritten because the ending can still be determined by what you take. You know, whatever you do now, it will affect the stuff that you're doing in the future. And that is why they say here, falling leaves do not signify the end but the beginning of a fruitful season. So yeah, I mean, change is something very major in this aspects of your life. And what is blocking you from receiving the love is that you're trying to fight so hard to get back the comfort zone you used to have, where you should be using this period of time to find ways to transition from the bottom and to the from the bottom to back to the top, you know. Maybe the top may be different comfort zone from your last time, but in this case, because of the Tower moment, the death card and the change, I would say that it's going to be a very beautiful beginning that you will feel satisfied with because it's the beginning of a fruitful season. Yeah. Look at the Romance Angel card. One more card. Shit. Not very good at shuffling on camera. I'm going to get one more card for you. So the first card here is romantic feelings. What you're feeling right now is valid. Losing whatever that you have from the past and have to restart all over is frightening, is scary, it makes you anxious, it makes you feel lost. But whatever you feel right now, it's valid, and you should not you should not feel like this is a weird thing, because everybody has to go through such change in order to become something better. Chemistry, interesting. Then the second card is chemistry. I believe that if you have someone in your life, you do have strong bond with the person, which is clarified here by the chemistry card as well. So there is a chance that if you go back to the person, there is still hopes there, because both sides has equal love for one another, including the person who likes you. But whatever it is that things are still changing because of the Wheel of Fortune cards here. That means the wheel is still turning and is still yet undecided. So what it also can mean, the Wheel of Fortune, is that the story, you are the author, you still have the chance to you still have the chance to write a new chapter of your life if you just progress on forward, you know. Don't just stop at feeling despair. Don't feel so despair in, like you see here, the little prince there, he's just lying on the floor. Don't feel despair, you know. Get up and face the change that you have to go through. in order for something better to come, you know, the Tower card here. So this is all for pile 2, and I hope it resonates with you. So what is blocking you from receiving the love is the fact that you are trying to get back to the past comfort zone, and instead of staying in that comfort zone, instead of feeling despair, you should get up on your feet and embrace change, because whatever that you're doing, you are the author of your own life, and there is a beginning of a new season coming your way if you just keep moving forward. So yeah, that is all I have for pile 2. This is pile 3 reading if you choose pile 3. So the first card is the Temperance card, the second card is the Tower card, and the last card is the Chariot card in reverse. The bottom of the deck is the Star card in reverse. Just like pile 2, there's a lot of major transformation happening in your life, and what I see here is that all these 3 cards, including the as well as the Star card here, all shows one person perspective. So I see this as you are an independent person. I see this as you are an independent person because of the way you do things. The Chariot card says that you're always the one driving forward, knowing which direction to go, but in this case it's in reverse. So what is blocking you from receiving love is somewhat have to do with yourself. Something within you that requires change. Something requires you to embrace whatever obstacles that come your way. And I see here that Temperance here, you're taking care of yourself very well. And I think that in a way you should continue to do that. To continue loving yourself, do whatever keep you busy, you know, like in this case here, the witch is doing yoga. So if you are taking care of yourself, that's good. I mean, if you're not like doing anything productive, you should probably take up something. Like for myself, I've been trying to do this Udemy course on Python programming. So that is how I'm keeping myself busy during this period of time. And there is a major change here where something has to shift in order to make way for a new beginning. So like pile 2 itself, like pile 2, I don't see any like loss here, but more like you don't know where to go. And what's blocking you from receiving the love is the fact that you're too busy and engrossed into yourself without seeking help from others. And because of that, that is causing you to feel like you're not receiving the love because you seldom reach out to people. Why I say that you seldom reach out to people is because I really just see one person in each of the cards here. And the only company you have is the cat. Like the Chariot here has a cat. The Tower card here has the cat. Here. And then we have the Temperance card, which is also the cat here. And then we have the Star card that is also a cat. So it could be that you have a pet at home. It doesn't have to be necessarily a cat. I see you as someone who really takes pride in your craft, and that is a good sign. I mean, if you do your own thing, there's a chances that you will receive the love. But at the same time, sometimes when you are too busy in your own stuff, there's a likelihood where you may have missed out opportunities in love. So is it really like a bad thing? Not really. It's more like you're too busy, and sometimes maybe there's a need to like go out and really just take action. And maybe that is why also the Chariot card is in reverse, because there's this way and that way. So if you are having a crush on someone and the chances that they are not taking action, there's a need for you to like be the one to reach out to them and ask them out. Yeah. And I think that they will like it, because if they like you, that I don't think there's any problem with going out, right? Yeah. Yeah, and then I see there's so many potentials in you because of the star card here. The star card shows the person being in tune with her own abilities, able to manifest the dream and create whatever that she desire if she puts her heart into it. And I see that in what you do in the Temperance card as well. These two cards come hand in hand to say that actually you really have your own ability that are very good, you know. So I think you should keep doing your thing, you know, do your own thing. I think the fact that when you have self-respect for your own self, chances is that you will get the respect from other people because of what you do. Yeah, I mean, that is for pile 3. Let's see whether I can get more information. Humility. Flowers are unaware of each other's beauty and they bloom regardless. So with the star card here, I don't think you realize your capability of how much beautiful you are in your own ways. This could mean physically and mentally. And what is this card trying to say is that you may be unaware of your own beauty, but regardless of what, you will bloom regardless of whichever direction you take. So invest in yourself, continue to have respect for yourself and love yourself, because in this way you can get the love that you're receiving. You're on the right track. I feel that this pile 3 is more of a more positive reading compared to the other two readings. It's like you're not fighting for love, you're fighting for yourself, and that's a good sign. I mean, like, you're not depending on others, but there's a chances that because of that you miss out on finding love. Then you also have 2 more cards. Yeah, retreat. Spoil yourself in the morning mist, breathe in nature's sweet scents. Yeah, I mean, like what I said, you are really taking care of your own self during this period of time. Like, I see that from the Temperance card that you are doing your own thing. So when the retreat card came out, it makes sense because it shows that you have self-respect for yourself and you're doing your own stuff to keep you afloat, you know. And again, you are strong as well because of the card resilience. So this, I feel like the humility and the resilience shows your character. I see you as you have a very nice soul, you know how you have a beautiful soul in you, and whoever that doesn't like you or what, they must be so blind to it. Like, seriously. I mean, seriously. How can they be so blind not to see that you are fabulous, you know, the star? And the fact that you are such an independent person because of the Chariot card also shows that how capable you are. And I see you as a very that kind of potential good lover to somebody if they are interested. But most of the time, because sometimes, especially if you are a female, usually guys, they like independent people, but the fact that sometimes some people are too shy to go up to a person and ask them out. So if that's the case, also you might want to start taking the initiative to ask them out. And what's blocking you from receiving the love is nothing to do with you, but more of people personality. You know, humans are unpredictable souls. You don't know why they don't come up to you, and the only way to find out your answer is when you take the initiative to find out on your own. Now look at the romance angel cards. Make the effort, yes. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So yeah, I mean, if you like somebody, you should really make the effort and go ask them out. No, regardless of gender, anybody can just go up and ask people. But if you're a shy person like me, you can maybe just text them once after the quarantine period is over. I mean, you ask them out now is totally a big no, because right now you are supposed to stay at home and stay safe during this period of time. So make the effort if you really like the person, because great love is worth taking the steps towards, you know. Go forth, you know. That's what I see from the Chariot card in reverse. Let me get one more card. Oops. Oh dear lord, too many cards. So bad shuffling cards on camera. Sometimes when you're shuffling a card, you're so worried that it may drop anytime, and it's so weird, and I feel so conscious whenever I do this on camera. Especially these romance angel cards, they are not the real cards at all, because the original one, they stopped publications of it ever since Doreen Virtue changed her beliefs towards this kind of divination tools and all that. But never does she know that actually all these cards are actually damn good, if she had realized it and wake up from her own beliefs, you know. Come on. Oh. Okay, so just now there were lots of cards that came out, but this time there's 2 more other cards. So yeah, I mean, like, you deserve love, you are lovable, so how can people don't like you? But ironically, there's another card that says unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So maybe that's why you're not taking action, because you know that the person may not like you back. But one thing I like about your character is that you are very resilient. You know your boundaries, and you know how to treat yourself right because of the retreat here. But then again, because maybe that's why the chariot card here got this way and that way direction. So it's either you make the effort, the great step to go ask the person out, or you just keep believing that it's an unrequited love and you will never get that direction right, you know. So there's a juggle between 2 choices, whether to go for it or don't go for it. But I would say nevertheless, this romance angel cards here is telling you that you are lovable and you deserve the love. And what it means that you can love yourself as well. Now I see here again that this woman here, this person here, regardless of gender, she's taking the archery bow, you know, to shoot something. So she's aiming for a goal. So just keep moving forward, just keep doing your thing, continue taking care of yourself, do whatever that makes you happy, whatever passion you do, just invest your time into it. And if you like somebody, either go make an effort, or if you are too shy or what, you can just leave it as an unrequited love. Whatever choice that you feel safe, just do it. So that is all for pile 3. I hope you like this reading. And yeah, so what's blocking you from receiving the love is not taking the effort, making the effort to go for it, go for the goal that you want. So yeah, that's all for pile 3. This is pile 4 reading if you choose pile 4. So the first card here is the Devil card. The second card is the Three of Clubs, which is the Three of Wands. And the last card here is King of Hearts, which is the King of Cups. And the bottom of the deck here is the Sun card, the Nine of Clubs. So the first thing I noticed here, when the first word that came to my mind here is generosity, when I look at the King of Hearts here. But at the same time, there's something within you that is making you not able to receive the love. So what is blocking you from receiving the love is something to do within you. There's a fight between the King of Hearts and the Devil. So it's like there's these two sides of you. Maybe in this case here, because this is the Jane Austen tarot here, and if you're not familiar with Pride and Prejudice book, this is Wickham. Wickham, he's the fellow who tried to take Mr. Darcy's sister, I guess. Like, he and Mr. Darcy were used to be close friends, in such a way like brothers, that kind. But he wanted money, I think. So, and then he tried to use Mr. Darcy's sister to get that money from her. Like, he took advantage of Mr. Darcy's sister, and that's why they're no longer friends. So probably in some way in the past, I think maybe you were very ambitious into some kind of plans that makes people don't like you. And in some way as well, this card in Jane Austen tarot is about emotional control. So it's about maybe you are hot-headed at times when you do your work and people don't really like you, and some ways it affects the relationship, the people around you. So what is blocking you is the fact that it has to do with yourself, where you may be taking advantage of people, or if you're not taking advantage of people, is maybe you don't have your emotions under control. Like when you want to get things done and people just don't do it right and you just scold them, that kind of feeling. I get it though, because I am also someone who's like that, and it affect my friendship with people, at internship. But I will not say what incident it is, because it was really just a misunderstanding. But since I no longer with them, it's very hard to come by and like really settle the stuff. But that is a side story. So what I see here is that you are very dedicated to your craft because of the Three of Clubs here. Instruments are prominent here in this case for this tarot. So it could be that you might have played violin, piano, and that's maybe part of your skill traits. And if you're not someone who plays instruments, what this card is trying to say that you put in lots of dedication into work that you do. And comparing with the fact that you have the King of Hearts here, in the equivalent of a normal tarot deck is actually the King of Cups. So you do hold a lot of feelings within you, emotions within you, and you always put your emotions on your sleeve, put it out put it out there and people see it. At times maybe you were also taken advantage of. Maybe that's why you need to have this the devil energy here, so that people won't step on you, you know, when you do your stuff. But sometimes when we are too defensive, then we oftentimes are too harsh on the people, and that is what stops you from getting the love that you really want. Like maybe people misunderstood your character in this case, so that is maybe another factor of what is blocking you from receiving love. The fact here that there is the Sun card as well, it says here, it is well to have as many holds upon happiness as possible. So I see that there is hope to change whatever that you are, no? Maybe it's time for you to take charge of your emotions, of your control. How do you treat people nicely? How do you treat them well without unleashing that kind of dark side of yourself? No, sometimes we take things too personally, that we just lash it out on the people that we love. So there is a need for you to learn how to be patient, not just generosity or any temptation like the devil card here, but to really learn how to work well with others in order to receive that kind of love that you really want, that kind of respect that you want from people. Yeah. Now let's look at the Whispering Wood Tarot card. Whispering Wood cards. Wait a second. Let me shuffle these cards. Cleanse. Wash your weary spirit clean and take a walk in the wooded glades. In this case, cleanse, I will take it as the meaning is to really it's time to take charge of what you are feeling, no? Cleanse in a way like just now what I said is to really find out a way to treat people better, treat the people around you with care. So that is the kind of action you need to take in order to get rid of that obstacle that you are going through. And then we have risk. Learn to grow wherever you are planted. Taking risks. No, even though yes, you are supposed to feel like you need to protect yourself because of the devil card here, but there's a need to take risk in whatever that you are hoping for. So in this case here, what is blocking you from receiving the love? And this risk is asking you to have trust in people, no? Have faith in people that they are good, and keep yourself open-minded. I'm also learning how to do that too, like trying to learn how to trust people and take the risk, because all good relationships and friendships, sometimes there is a risk involved, and there's no way that we can sometimes control this kind of outcome, because humans are humans, they are variables, as my mom always said, they always change. Then the only way to change is within ourselves. In this case, you have to really change how you perceive people and how you could treat people with kindness, because you have the generosity card here. You have heart for people, but because of whatever that made you in the past, it kind of blocks it. It makes you put on that kind of side that people don't like to see, and even though it keeps you like, you know, grounded, like makes you have the control, sometimes it's not good. It's not a kind of, it's too excessive, and it affects the relationship you have with people. Yep. Then we have the Romance Angel card as well. Let me pull out. take one more. Okay, so I'm going to take all 4 cards because I felt that it has relevance to what I'm saying. So the first card that came out is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So if you are wanting love and you are hoping for it, don't worry. It will come soon, just not now. And it's at work, so have patience within yourself. And if you like somebody, that person is worth the wait. And it also telling you, be nice to the person, you know. Be nice to the person if you really like somebody, you know. Don't be so harsh on them. Then again, there's this card, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart and to give and receive the highest energy. Or so yeah, taking risks to really go out there, like open your heart to give and receive the highest energy. Like really, it's safe for you to love. Okay, so finance and career, yeah, I mean, I see that, I just like what I said, maybe it has to do with your work life, you know. You have to be mean because of the kind of demand that you have in your job, or the people around you, the kind of environment, you know, that encourage such behavior. So this card confirms the fact that it has to do with work life. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So again, is to take care of yourself, love yourself. And in this case, if you have a partner who recently left you, or you ended a relationship because of certain issues, this is the time for you to really work on yourself and use this period to learn how to be better, you know. Change your, like, adjust your behavior, adjust your habit, and adjust your perception. So yeah, this is powerful reading if it resonates with you. So what is blocking you is the fact it has to do with yourself. You know, be nice to people, be generous with people, find ways to correct your behavior, no cleanse here, and take risks in the opportunities regarding to love and relationship, because all good relationships and friendships have to put yourself at risk. And I see there's a positive side of this whole relationship and aspects about yourself if you are willing to open up. So yeah, and that is all for Power 4.